This is why you should never open your door when you hear your name at night. Once upon a time, in the small village of Okuta, there lived a gentle girl named Amara. She had kind eyes and a soft voice that made everyone smile. But one night, something strange happened. Amara was lying in her bed when she heard a whisper outside her door. It was calling her name. Amara, Amara. The voice sounded exactly like her mother. But her mother had died 2 years ago. Amara's heart began to beat fast. She remembered what the old herbalist Mama Nkiru once told her. Never open your door when you hear your name at night. Night spirits borrow the voices of people we love to trick us. So Amara stayed very still. She did not move. She did not answer. The whisper came again, softer this time. Amara, my daughter, please. Then suddenly the voice changed. It became deep and ugly. You will answer soon, it said. Then everything went quiet. If you're watching this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments where you're watching my folktale story from. I want to know how far it has traveled. The next morning, Amara woke up feeling tired and scared. She went to the village square where people were talking. Did you hear the whispers last night? One woman asked. Yes. Someone was calling my husband's name, another said. Everyone looked worried. The whispers were not just happening to Amara, they were happening all over Okuta. A proud girl named Chizoba was standing nearby. She laughed when she heard Amara talking about her fear. You are always scared of something, Amara. You just want attention, Chizoba said with a mean smile. Other villagers tried to comfort Amara, but Chizoba walked away angry. Later that day, Mama Nkiru, the old herbalist with grey hair and wise eyes, quietly pulled Amara aside. Her face was very serious. It has chosen you, Mama Nkiru whispered. Amara followed Mama Nkiru to her small hut at the edge of the village. Inside, the air smelled like herbs and smoke. Sit down, child, Mama Nkiru said. Amara sat on a wooden stool, her hand shaking. What is happening to me? She asked. Mama Nkiru looked into her eyes. There is a spirit called Ogwumagana. It walks at night, looking for someone to claim. It copies the voices of people we loved and lost. If you open your door, it will take your soul. Amara felt cold all over. But why me? She asked. Mama Nkiru picked up an old wooden box and opened it slowly. Inside was a broken bracelet, burned and black. Because your mother fought the same spirit many years ago, and she survived by following one rule: never respond, never open the door. Amara stared at the bracelet. It had belonged to her mother. Chizoba sat alone in her house, watching through her window. She saw how people gathered around Amara. She saw how they cared for her. Envy burned in Chizoba's heart like hot fire. Why does she always get all the attention? Chizoba whispered to herself. Everyone loves Amara. No one ever cares about me. Chizoba had always wanted to be the most loved girl in the village. But Amara was kind and gentle, and people naturally loved her. This made Chizoba very angry. That evening, Chizoba stood outside Mama Nkiru's hut, hiding behind a tree. She listened carefully. She heard Mama Nkiru say something important. The spirit only gains power if the chosen one opens the door willingly. That is the only way it can enter. Chizoba's eyes went wide. A dark thought entered her mind. If Amara opens the door, then maybe she will be gone, and I will finally be the one everyone loves. The sun was setting, and Amara walked home through the forest path. The trees were tall and dark. She felt like something was watching her. Then she saw it, a tall shadow standing between the trees. It did not move like a person. It just stood there, staring. Amara's breath stopped. She wanted to run, but her legs would not move. Suddenly, a man stepped out from another path. His name was Obinna. He was a hunter who traveled from village to village. He had strong arms and sharp eyes. "Are you all right?" Obinna asked. Amara pointed at the shadow, but when she looked again, it was gone. "Something was there," she said, her voice shaking. Obinna looked at the place where the shadow had been. His face became serious. "I have seen that shadow before," he said quietly, "and it never follows someone without a reason." That night, Amara lay in her bed, unable to sleep. The moon was bright outside her window. Then she heard it again, the voice. But this time, it was singing. It was her mother's lullaby, the same one she sang when Amara was a little girl. "Sleep, my child, the stars are watching. Sleep, my child, tomorrow is coming." The voice was so gentle, so perfect. For a moment, Amara forgot it was dangerous. Tears filled her eyes. She missed her mother so much. Her hand reached toward the door. Then she stopped. Something was wrong. The lullaby suddenly stopped. Silence. Then 3 sharp scratches ran down the outside of her door. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Amara pulled a blanket over her head and did not move until morning came. Chizoba could not sleep either. She was lying in her bed, thinking about Amara. "Why is she so special?" Chizoba thought angrily. Then she heard a voice outside her window. It was not her mother's voice. It was something else. "You want to be respected, don't you?" the voice whispered. Chizoba sat up. "Who is there?" she asked. "I can give you what you want," the voice continued. "Everyone will love you. Everyone will listen to you. All you have to do is help me." Chizoba's heart beat faster. "Help you with what?" she asked. "Help me reach the girl. Help me make her open the door." Chizoba knew this was wrong, but the voice sounded so sweet, so promising. "What will I get?" Chizoba asked. The voice laughed softly. "Everything you ever wanted." Chizoba listened. The next morning, Amara ran to Mama Nkiru's hut. "It came again," she cried. "It sang my mother's song." Mama Nkiru nodded slowly. "The spirit is getting stronger. It knows what you love most." The old woman went to her shelf and took down a small wooden box. She opened it carefully. Inside was a single bead, dark blue and smooth. It glowed softly like a tiny star. "This belonged to your mother," Mama Nkiru said. "She wore it when she fought Ogwumagana. It is a protective bead. It will warn you when the spirit is near." She tied the bead around Amara's wrist with a thin string. "Never take this off," Mama Nkiru said. "And remember the rule your mother followed. Never respond. Never open the door, no matter what you hear." Amara looked at the bead. It glowed brighter now, only at night. The village market was busy that day. People were buying yams, palm oil, and fish. Amara walked through the crowd, trying to feel normal again. But then Chizoba appeared. She was standing in the middle of the market with her arms crossed. "Everyone, listen to me," Chizoba shouted. People stopped and turned to look. "Amara is lying. There are no spirits. She just wants all of you to feel sorry for her." Some people gasped. Others looked confused. "She always does this. She always pretends something is wrong, so people will pay attention to her," Chizoba continued. Amara felt her face grow hot. "That is not true," she said quietly. But Chizoba was louder. "Prove it then. Show us the spirit." The villagers began to whisper among themselves. Some believed Chizoba, some believed Amara. The village was now divided. Chizoba smiled. "I will expose you as a fraud, Amara." That night, Amara locked her door and sat on her bed. The protective bead was glowing brightly now. She knew the spirit was near. Then she heard a new voice. It was not her mother this time. It was Obinna. "Amara, help me, please," the voice shouted from outside. "I am hurt. This shadow attacked me. Please open the door." Amara jumped to her feet. Obinna had helped her. What if he was really hurt? The bead on her wrist began to glow so bright it hurt her eyes. It was a warning. "Amara, please, I am bleeding," the voice cried. Amara's hand touched the door latch. Then she stopped. She remembered Mama Nkiru's words. Never respond. Never open. She stepped back. The door latch began to lift on its own. Slowly, slowly. Something was trying to open the door from the outside. The next morning, the real Obinna came to Amara's house. She opened the door carefully and saw him standing there, completely fine. No wounds, no blood. "You are okay," Amara said with relief. Obinna looked confused. "Why would I not be okay?" he asked. Amara told him about the voice last night, how it sounded exactly like him. Obinna's face went dark. "It is getting clever," he said. He sat down and looked at the ground. "I need to tell you something," he said quietly. "Many years ago, I had a younger sister. Her name was Adana. One night, she heard her father's voice calling her. Her father had died the year before. She opened the door. Obinna's voice broke. The spirit took her. I never saw her again." Amara touched his shoulder. "Once the spirit tries a second time," Obinna said, "the third attempt will be deadly." Chizoba was walking through the village when the voice came to her again. This time, it was louder and clearer. "You want Amara gone, don't you?" it whispered. "Yes," Chizoba said quietly. "Then help me. Take her protective bead. Without it, she will have no defense." Chizoba stopped walking. "How do I do that?" she asked. "Pretend you are sorry. Pretend you want to be a friend again. She will trust you. Then take the bead when she is not looking." Chizoba thought about this. It was wrong. She knew it was wrong, but the voice whispered again. "After she is gone, you will be the most loved girl in Okuta. Everyone will respect you. Everyone will listen to you." Chizoba closed her eyes.